Beneath the golden light of the Cretan sun, there once stood a palace unlike any other, vast, tiered, overflowing with pillars, corridors, and chambers that twisted upon themselves like the coils of a serpent. This was Knossos, the heart of a civilization that danced with bulls and worshipped the rhythm of the earth. And deep within its myth-soaked stones, a legend took root, a legend of a beast, a maze, and the uncertain boundary between man and monster. The story begins with a curse, or perhaps a divine joke. Queen Pasiphae, wife of King Minos, gives birth to a creature not wholly human, nor entirely beast, the Minotaur. Born from the union of woman and sacred bull, he is locked away in a labyrinth, crafted by Daedalus, the greatest builder of his time, to hold what should not exist. But this was no ordinary prison. The labyrinth was not made simply to contain, but to confound. With its endlessly turning passages and shifting logic, it was a space beyond time, beyond understanding. Some believe it was modeled on the very structure of the mind, a sacred place where one could become lost not only in stone, but in spirit. And those who entered were not merely sacrificed, they were transformed. Each year, Athens sent 7 boys and 7 girls, tributes to the beast in the darkness. But many scholars now see in this tale the echoes of ancient rites, journeys into the unknown meant to mark the passage from youth to adulthood, from ignorance to knowledge. The labyrinth, in this light, becomes a temple of transformation, and the Minotaur, a guardian at the threshold of rebirth. Into this mystery steps Theseus, Prince of Athens, a hero forged not just by strength, but by story. With the help of Ariadne, daughter of Minos, priestess of hidden things, he enters the maze with a sword in one hand and a thread in the other. That thread, simple as it seems, carries with it the weight of symbolism, memory, love, the promise of return. What truly happened in the heart of the labyrinth? The myths say Theseus slew the Minotaur. But others whisper that the creature did not resist, that it was tired, sorrowful, almost relieved, as if its true role had already been fulfilled, and death was not defeat, but release. The Minotaur is often painted as a monster. But what is a monster, if not a mirror of what we fear in ourselves? Half human, half animal, he stood between worlds. And like all liminal beings in myth, he represented both danger and potential. To kill him may have been a victory, but it was also the destruction of something deeply sacred. In Minoan culture, the bull was not a symbol of terror, but of vitality, strength, and the eternal cycle of life and death. The famous frescoes of young acrobats leaping over bulls are not scenes of violence, but of communion, a dance with nature's wild heart. Perhaps the labyrinth, with its layers of meaning, was not meant to isolate the Minotaur, but to protect what he symbolized. Even the architecture of Knossos seems designed to evoke disorientation. Endless rooms, multiple levels, painted passageways, no clear center, no obvious path. The English word labyrinth comes from Labyrinth, the double-headed axe, a symbol sacred to the Minoans. Not a weapon, but an emblem of duality, of life and death, human and divine, destruction and creation. And though no literal labyrinth has been found beneath the palace, the metaphor remains. The site of Knossos is a puzzle in itself. Its ruins speak in silence, and its history refuses to be pinned down. Perhaps that is the greatest truth the labyrinth offers, that not all mysteries are meant to be solved. Some are meant to be walked, experienced, and remembered. In the end, Theseus escapes the maze, But the thread he follows back is more than Ariadne's gift. It is the thread of human longing, to find meaning in chaos, to trace a line through darkness, and to believe that beyond the walls, some part of us might emerge changed. And maybe, somewhere beneath the dust of forgotten stones, the labyrinth still waits. Not for another sacrifice, but for a seeker ready to enter, not to conquer the beast, but to understand it.